Hey y'all, coming to you once again from Lee County, Georgia with another DIY on this 1993 DS Club Car gas power golf cart. Removing the drive clutch. If you watch the previous video, you'll see about removing the motor mount bolts, the 4 motor mount bolts that are down below this motor. You have to get those off. Then you have to take off all your lines, like your air line going to your carburetor. Plug up your carburetor with a towel or something in case you can't get right back to it, so dirt daubers and stuff don't get in there. Remove whatever lines and cables you can to let the motor move freely, because what you need to do is you're trying to slide this entire motor all the way over to the right if you can, as much as you can. Get all the stuff out the way that you can. You don't have to take the motor off to get this drive clutch out. I'm going to explain everything. So you're going to remove your gas line, your air line, any of your cables, your ground cable that you can see hanging right there, dangling. And you're going to pull it all the way over there to the right side, and then you're going to tilt that side up. So that will then in turn go down. You remove your 2 belts, which I have laying right here. And you don't really have to remove the small one just yet, but you do have to remove the big one. The reason that I'm removing the drive clutch is because this big belt was not being engaged by that bell housing. The belt goes down that slot right there that I'm trying to push it into right there. And that bell, you can see it's kind of tapered off to the right. The clutch is supposed to engage this belt, and the belt in turn makes the golf cart drive. And the clutch was not doing that. So, once you got all that done, and you have removed the bolt from the front of the drive clutch, which is a right-hand threaded bolt. I know there's a couple videos that say this left-hand threaded, but it is right-hand threaded. Soak it, spray it down in there with BB Blaster for, a few days. And then buy yourself this tool. This is a clutch pulling tool. It's threaded right there. And then you're going to pack that hole full of grease with your grease gun. You're going to pack that hole full of grease with your grease gun several times. The first time, you're going to want to go ahead and thread this guy in there. It takes a 3/4 inch socket or wrench, whatever you got. Socket's easier. Put it in there, take it out. Pack it full of grease again. Put it in there, take it out. I'm not talking about bottoming it all the way out down to here. I'm talking about getting the thread started, all right? So the threads don't strip out. And I want to say about the 3rd or 4th time after you pack that hole slap full of grease, with that grease gun, you're gonna hold that nozzle in right there, and then you're gonna use your finger, your thumb, whatever, to shove that grease in there as best as you can, and then it's gonna start trying to push out. The purpose for the grease is to eliminate as much gap between the tip of this clutch pulling bolt as possible. And I want to say around the 3rd or 4th time you pack that guy full of grease, you're going to push this guy in there, and it's going to try to give you resistance. It's going to try to push back out because of the air resistance that's in there. Don't worry about that. Just put it in there with your hand and try to get a couple turns on your threads so you don't cross thread it, and then using your impact, if you have an impact hopefully, and your 3/4 socket, slowly and surely just turn it to the right and until it starts to bottom out. It should not bottom out all the way. It should pop that clutch right off. That's what the grease is in there for. You don't have to remove the tire. You don't have to remove the leaf spring. She pops right off. And here's what I'm talking about, why you're filling it full of grease. That hole right there. You want to put as much grease up in there as you can, because it's going to help pop that clutch off. If you have any questions or concerns, I'd be happy to try to help you. As always, good luck and Godspeed.